good. And I don't even have a union card.
Who's there? Who's out there? Hey, you Mr. Dennison?
Ernie, how have you been?
Fine, sir, just fine. Any trouble getting in?
No trouble.
You know, you've got to be careful when the theater's closed. Some of those junkies and winos from Broadway, they try to bed out in the lobby overnight.
Encourage them, Ernie. The theater was meant for the common man.
You know, it's nice to see you, Mr. Dennison. It's been a while. Nobody seemed to know where you were.
I've been in Maine. I needed some time to think things out. Do you think you could get me some chairs?
Sure. Are you having a rehearsal?
Only a reading. I started writing a new play.
That's where it all begins, right? With the words?
Yes, with the words.
Mr. Dennison? Mr. Dennison?
Yes, Sam.
Thank heavens this is the right place. I thought a real theater would be all lit up. But it's so dark and gloomy in here.
It's not lit up when it's closed, my friend.
Oh, well, I suppose that's true.
Ernie, this is my new assistant, Sam Bean, all the way from Maine.
I've never been in New York before. Doesn't it make you nervous?
No.
Did you get the scripts?
Yes. I went to the duplicating place and told them to put it on your bill. Then I walked left onto Broadway, right for 7 blocks, left again, and I'm here.
No trouble?
Well, a funny-looking man with high heels on asked me to have breakfast with him. But I told him that it was past 1 o'clock, and I already had breakfast.
Terrific, Sam. You proved you can tackle the big city. Now, can you put those over in my briefcase? The chairs, Ernie?
Oh, yeah. Oh, Mr. Dennison, I never got to talk to you at the funeral, but I wanted to tell you how sorry I was.
That's very kind of you.
It seems like such a long time ago, but it's only been a year, hasn't it?
Yes, a year. Exactly 1 year.
I'll get the chairs.
You know, you're right. There's something spooky about an empty theater.
What he said. He was talking about Miss Monica Wells.
You knew about Monica.
Well, Mr. Dennison, she was a big movie star, and we've had movies and newspapers up in Maine for quite some time now.
I didn't mean that the way it sounded. I mean, you knew about Monica and me.
Was this the theater?
Yes. This theater. It was all brightly lit. The marquee lights twinkling. You could feel the electricity of a Broadway opening night in the air.
Ladies and gentlemen, we call it half hour to curtain. Half hour.
Half hour to curtain. The theater isn't open yet, but the first few audience members are waiting in the lobby. They're the people who sit up in the balcony. They like to get here early and watch the celebrities walk in. Backstage is a mass of flowers, telegrams, little gifts the cast exchanges with clammy hands. I got out of my cab in the 50s. I couldn't sit still. I walked the rest of the way. I went up the side alley and into the stage door.
Good luck, Mr. Dennison. Hope it's another one like Laughter in the Dark.
I went through the wings and onto the stage, heading for Monica's dressing room. I was surprised to see her standing on the stage. Monica, what are you doing? You're supposed to be in your dressing room.
I'm almost ready. I just couldn't stand being in there alone anymore.
My poor darling.
I just thought that if I could come out here and get a feel for the theater before there was anyone in it, that maybe I could cope with it when it was full.
It's just opening night jitters.
Oh, is that what it is? I thought it was garden variety seasickness, like the people on the Titanic had when the band played Near My God's Knee. What if I don't remember my lines? I know I will remember my lines. I will play the second I walk on stage.
You will be marvelous.
Don't laugh at me.
They're supposed to. It's a comedy.
This is barbaric. Who invented an opening night? Look at that. I'm actually trembling. I never got this way when I was doing films.
I told you, movies are for children. The theater's a different animal.
As long as it doesn't bite. I just want to be good. I want to make you proud of me.
You will. You will.
Don't! I love you, but it took me half an hour to get my makeup on right. Oh. You saw
pretty sure everyone did. No one dares miss Nick Jones's column.
At least we don't have to keep secrets anymore. Cat out of the bag department. Actress Monica Wells and playwright Alex Dennison have a major announcement to make tonight.
She makes it sound like we're taking back the Panama Canal.
The couple's hush-hush romance behind the scenes of the new Broadway comedy Chamber Music finales in a quiet wedding ceremony tomorrow, whether the play is a hit or a flop tonight. Congratulations, fellas, and sorry to spoil the surprise.
Has a certain way with words, doesn't she?
I'd like to bring her now. How did you know?
Well, we took out a license and got ourselves a judge. Somebody has a big mouth.
And Meg Jones has 2 big ears. If I ever run into her...
You'll be perfectly charming. Gossip's gossip. That's their job.
There's some more wires for you in the back. Thanks, Loretta. Here, put this in the kitty box for me, will you?
Trinity called me back. It's 15 minutes till curtain.
Oh, Lord, my curls! When I was a little girl, I wanted to be a nurse. Where did I go wrong?
I think I'll leave before you break out knives.
Alex? I'm scared to death.
If it helps, I love you.
That helps. The hell with my makeup. That's it. I'm going to be wonderful.
I never doubted it.
Alex, foolish question. You have a lot of power. I mean, people in the theater will do pretty much whatever you say. Isn't that right?
So I keep telling them, but you don't expect me to bribe the critics.
No, nothing like that. But I do suppose you could keep someone from working if you wanted to?
Probably. If I was vindictive instead of the tender-hearted creature from the door. What's all this about? Someone peppered in your face powder?
Just wondering.
Monica, you're serious. Why?
Oh Lord, my hair! Did I tell the dresser to iron my second round costume? Alex, I love you, but I've got to go. And what do they say in legitimate theater? Break a leg.
10 minutes till blast off. I've given my last note. How's Monica?
Traditional response, she's terrified.
I just talked to our leading man. David's already making room on his shelf for a Tony.
Good. Let him keep thinking he's the star.
Well, I just hope they all do justice to the words.
It's a little commercial comedy, Lloyd. Nothing cosmic. If we're a hit, fine. If we're a flop, we'll survive.
Either way, I am grateful for the chance at directing.
No, don't get maudlin on me, Al. You did a good job.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes. The call is 2 minutes. Places, please.
Well, that's it. Oh. Where are you going to watch this? The back of the house or from the wings?
Watch? You've got to be kidding. That is cruel and unusual punishment. You see, I can't watch my own opening nights. It's too nerve-wracking. Those months, sometimes years of work, and if the critic has a stomachache or a fight with his wife before the show, or doesn't find it comedic or dramatic or whatever, all that work is done. So I wander. Backstage, outside, front of house, gentleman's lounge. That night, I waited till the house was dark. When the curtain went up, I snuck up the stairs and peeked through the curtain of the first box. Set looked nice. Actors knew the first 10 lines of dialogue. I went down to the lobby, talked to the doorman, and then when I couldn't stand it any longer, I went inside. Bella Lamb, the producer, was standing in the back.
Women should never be producers.
Is it your nerves?
My feet. Men producers can stand in the back and they don't have to wear high heels.
I went out again, down the block to a little coffee shop called Nora's. The coffee's rotten, but you could always get a table. I sat down, talked to Nora, had some coffee. It tasted like Swiss cheese. I went back. This time I sat in the gentleman's lounge where I could hear most of the dialogue and whatever laughs there were. Suddenly I saw Lloyd. So, how's it going? Lloyd was in no condition to tell me. I went out again. I was outside the stage door when the first act broke, and Loretta, the stage manager, came out for some air.
Alex, why were you out here when everyone else was back there watching your baby earlier?
How did the first act go? No, don't tell me.
You weren't very long. A lot of
I
fun.
didn't hear that. I walked around the block. When I got back, most of the audience had went back in for the second act, but Bella was still in the lobby.
Come and watch, Alex. I'm gambling $600,000 on the show. The least you can do is watch the opening.
I've gambled 2 years' work. Bella, I'm taking the night off.
Speaking of gambling, what's this I read about you and Monica at Meg Jones College? Is it true?
Would Meg Jones lie?
Amazing! I've been at every rehearsal, and I didn't know you two were even...
Keeping company. We were discreet. Didn't want to upset any apple carts. We were going to announce it at the party tonight.
So that's why Monica wanted to give the party at her apartment.
Right. You'll be there.
Of course. Oh, and exact two. Oh God, let them laugh at that business with the champagne bucket.
I walked around the block again. And again. 8 times? Maybe 12, I don't know. Even the panhandler stopped asking me for money. When I got back the last time, the critics were just rushing out to make their deadlines. I tried, as usual, to read their expressions. Pleased, annoyed. They all looked like they had nothing on their minds but getting a cab. Inside the theater, the cast were taking their bows. Karen Daniels, she had a small part in the second act, an understudy drama. Leo Gibbs, the comic. And finally, our leading man, the ever-popular David Matthews.
Nice of you to drop by. Now you were born? Where were you going in class in that scene with Karen?
The audience loved Monica. Whether or not they liked the play, I didn't know. But they loved her. And she was raised. Monica didn't even change. She just left the theater immediately. She wanted to avoid the hordes of phony well-wishers that flood backstage on opening night. In 5 minutes, backstage was a zoo, a jungle. This press guy had a national magazine he insisted I talk to. So by the time I got to Monica's apartment, the party was in full swing. It looked like the zoo had been moved from backstage to Monica's living room. I didn't see Monica, but the actors were by the food. Naturally.
Isn't this wonderful? I just keep bumping into famous people.
They're all rented, leaving Karen, and they'll all disappear if the reviews are negative.
Well, when will we hear about the reviews?
Someone will phone them into Bella.
Oh, that's why she's in the kitchen.
The kitchen.
By the phone, with Lloyd. They've just been standing there staring at the phone all evening. They didn't even eat.
The Death Watch.